Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel USA Old Coins. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of old United States coins. From the shiny Lincoln pennies to rare Jefferson nickels and historic Washington quarters, each coin tells a story about America's past. These coins aren't just currency, they're tiny pieces of history, carrying the art, culture, and milestones of their era. Whether you're a collector, history enthusiast, or just curious about the value hidden in your pocket change, you're in for an exciting journey. Let's explore the stories behind these iconic coins and uncover the treasures that lie in plain sight. Top 1. Today, let us take you on a journey that starts with the metal in your palm and ends with the secrets that make some 1971 Eisenhower dollars worth far more than a single dollar. So sit back, listen closely, and let this coin tell you its story. It begins with Dwight D. Eisenhower, a name that echoes through American history. A five-star general, the supreme Allied commander of World War II, and the 34th President of the United States. When he passed away in 1969, Congress agreed that the next large dollar coin should honor him. But the designers wanted to go beyond a portrait. They paired Eisenhower's proud profile with a symbol of American courage and curiosity, the Apollo 11 mission insignia. Because 1971 was not just about remembering a great leader, it was also about celebrating the moment humans stepped on the moon. When the mint released the 1971 Ike dollar, collectors rushed to grab it. It was big, it was heavy, and it was exciting. But here is where the magic begins. Not all 1971 Eisenhower dollars were created equal. And some carry mysteries so rare that collectors today hunt for them like treasure buried beneath the sands of time. Imagine opening an old family box and discovering a coin whose edges shine differently, or whose strike looks sharper than others, or whose metal glows with a tint that whispers of a different composition. These little variations are what separate ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. The first thing a collector checks is whether the coin is from Philadelphia, Denver, or the San Francisco Mint. The 1971 Philadelphia coin carries no mint mark. These are the first Ikes ever produced, and most were struck on copper-nickel-clad planchets. But here lies a fascinating twist: a few were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchets. Imagine a huge coin meant to be clad suddenly struck on a silver planchet meant only for San Francisco proofs and special strikes. This error created one of the most valuable Ike dollar rarities in American history. If your $1,971 looks brighter, with a white-silver glow instead of the usual dull gray, you might be holding one of these ultra-rare wrong planchet errors. Collectors also search for double dies, those dramatic accidents where the design is imprinted twice, leaving ghost-like shadows on the lettering or the date. On some 1971 Eisenhower dollars, the words Liberty and In God We Trust show slight doubling. To the untrained eye, it looks like a faint blur, but to a collector, it could mean the difference between a normal coin and a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But let's go deeper, because the story of this coin becomes even more interesting when we look at the strikes from the San Francisco Mint. These coins, marked with an S, were produced as special collector issues. Some were proof, with mirror-like fields and frosted designs. Others were silver-clad, made with a special composition of 40% silver. And these silver issues often fetch far more than their face value because collectors still crave that unique shine that only silver brings. Yet even within the San Francisco coins, not everything is normal. Some proofs were struck twice, creating a sharp, deep profile. Others were struck with slight misalignments. Every small deviation becomes a moment of intrigue. A misaligned die here, a clipped planchet there, a strike-through error where something fell between the die and the planchet. These unusual moments are preserved forever on the coin's surface, making that single piece unique among millions. Imagine you are holding one of these coins, turning it slowly under a light. The eagle on the reverse side, landing on the moon, catches the glow. You notice something about the crater beneath the eagle. Some collectors talk about the rare friendly eagle reverse, an early design that features a softer, more rounded eagle. These FS401 varieties are incredibly desirable, especially in high grades. A coin with this reverse design can easily become the star of a collector's showcase. As you continue to observe the 1971 Ike dollar in your hand, you realize that it is more than a piece of metal. It is a timeline of American pride. Its wide diameter, its mission-inspired reverse, its presidential portrait, all of it creates a feeling of holding history itself. And that is why collectors keep coming back to the Eisenhower dollar series. Every coin has a personality. Every coin has a whisper. And the 1971 issue might be the one that whispers the loudest. Collectors love stories, and this coin brings stories by the handful. Maybe it came from someone's change decades ago. Maybe it sat forgotten in a desk drawer. Maybe it was part of a silver set gifted to a soldier or saved for a newborn child. Every scratch, every edge, every shine tells a story of where it traveled, and that journey might lead to discovery. Some 1971 Ikes graded by the top grading services in mint state condition have reached astonishing results in auctions. But even more impressive are the rare wrong planchet strikes and top-grade silver proofs that have shattered expectations. And who knows? A coin in your collection, or even one resting at the bottom of an old jar, might be one of those rare survivors. So, as you watch this video, remember this: coins like the 1971 Eisenhower dollar are not just collectibles. They are storytellers. They are pieces of American history. They are windows into the past, and they invite us to open our eyes and see their hidden beauty. And now, if you have a 1971 Eisenhower dollar or any other coin at home, tell us about it in the comments. We want to help you discover its story and its value. Your comments help us understand what you collect, and we love reading them. Finally, here is the value of the 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin. In the real market today, a regular 1971 Eisenhower dollar in high mint state can reach up to $100, while rare varieties such as silver wrong planchet errors or top-grade proofs can reach auction prices as high as several $1,000s, with some selling for more than $5,000. Comment below about your own coins so we can help you identify their value, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, and like the video to support our work. Top 2. The moment you hold a 1972 Eisenhower $1 coin, you are holding a piece of history that tells a story far bigger than its metal and weight. The Eisenhower dollar was born from a time of ambition and reflection in America, a coin that honored a great leader and commemorated a remarkable chapter in the nation's journey. From the quiet hum of the mint to the thrill of a collector discovering a rare error, the 1972 Ike dollar offers layers of fascination that any coin lover will want to explore. Today, we are going to dive into this remarkable coin, and by the end of this video, you will see why some of these coins are not just currency, but treasures. Dwight D. Eisenhower, a towering figure of the 20th century, had already left an indelible mark on American history by the time the 1972 Eisenhower dollar was minted. As the supreme commander of Allied forces in Europe during World War II, and later as the 34th President of the United States, Eisenhower embodied leadership, vision, and determination. To honor him, the United States Mint created a coin unlike any other circulating dollar of its time. Not only did it carry his profile, but it also featured the Apollo 11 mission insignia on the reverse, celebrating mankind's first steps on the moon. The combination of history and innovation made the Eisenhower dollar instantly captivating for collectors and the general public alike. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar continued the legacy of the first 1971 issues but introduced subtle differences that collectors have been scrutinizing for decades. One of the first things to notice is the mint mark. The 1972 coins were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins an S. Each location produced coins with slight variations in strike quality, planchet color, and design sharpness. These differences, seemingly small, often determine the coin's rarity and value. Collectors often hunt for 1972 Eisenhower dollars with doubling on the obverse or reverse. A doubled die, where elements of the design appear slightly shifted or shadowed, is a prized error. For 1972, some coins exhibit doubling on the date, the word liberty, or even the motto "In God We Trust." To an untrained eye, these might seem like tiny imperfections, but to a collector, they are proof of a moment when minting machinery created something entirely unique. Coins with clear doubled dies can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially in higher mint state grades. Another fascinating aspect of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is the strike and finish variations. While most coins were struck on standard copper-nickel-clad planchets, the San Francisco Mint produced silver-clad collector versions. These silver issues, with their bright white surfaces and mirror-like proofs, are highly sought after by enthusiasts. Some silver coins even show striking anomalies such as deep cameo effects, weak strikes, or planchet imperfections that make them stand out even more. Error collectors are particularly drawn to the rare wrong planchet strikes. Imagine a coin designed to be copper-nickel suddenly struck on a silver planchet, creating an unexpected glow and an extraordinary collector's item. These coins are exceedingly rare and can command remarkable prices at auction. Small planchet flaws, die cracks, or off-center strikes all add character and value to a 1972 Eisenhower dollar. Each imperfection tells a story, making the coin more than just money. It becomes a piece of history frozen in metal. The reverse of the coin, featuring the eagle landing on the moon, is also a field of discovery. Some coins show subtle differences in the placement of stars or the depth of the crater details beneath the eagle. Certain early strikes are softer, while later strikes are sharper, creating what collectors refer to as friendly eagle and harsh eagle varieties. These distinctions, while subtle, are meticulously documented and highly regarded in the collector community. For anyone who loves numismatics, spotting these variations is like uncovering hidden treasures on the coin's surface. Collectors also pay attention to the edges of the Eisenhower dollar. Most have standard reeded edges, but a few exhibit weak reeds or doubling along the rim. These anomalies occur due to slight misalignments in the dies during the minting process. Even the tiniest irregularities can make a coin far more valuable than its face value, and the thrill of finding one in a batch of ordinary coins is what keeps collectors searching. High-grade examples of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar are particularly desirable. Coins that have survived decades in pristine condition, without scratches, tarnish, or wear, are rare, especially in silver proofs. The combination of eye appeal, strike quality, and metal content can make these coins the crown jewels of a collection. Some collectors specialize in completing full sets by mintmark and strike type, while others hunt for specific error types. Regardless of approach, every collector knows that a 1972 Eisenhower dollar holds endless possibilities. Imagine turning a coin slowly under the light and observing how the metallic surfaces catch the eye. The obverse, with Eisenhower's dignified profile, seems almost alive, while the reverse, depicting the lunar eagle, carries a story of exploration and triumph. The tactile feel of the coin, its weight, and its diameter make it satisfying to hold, almost as if history itself is pressing against your fingertips. It is this combination of artistry, symbolism, and historical significance that has ensured the Eisenhower dollar remains a favorite among collectors. For anyone new to coin collecting, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is an excellent starting point. It is large enough to inspect easily, abundant enough to find without extreme difficulty, yet nuanced enough to offer challenges and surprises. Whether you are checking for double dies, silver strikes, or planchet errors, each coin presents a chance to learn, discover, and connect with American history in a tangible way. Collectors are drawn not only to the rarities but also to the stories behind them. Perhaps a coin was carried in a wallet for decades, forgotten in a drawer, or gifted during a special occasion. Each scratch, toning pattern, and edge detail tells a story of where it has been, who has held it, and what it has witnessed. In this way, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is not just a piece of currency but a silent storyteller. If you have a 1972 Eisenhower dollar or any other coin, share it in the comments below. Let us know about its condition, mint mark, or any unusual features you notice. By doing so, you give us the opportunity to help you discover its story, its rarity, and its potential value. Your coins might be more special than you realize, and this channel is here to help uncover that. Now, let's talk about value. In today's market, a regular 1972 Eisenhower dollar in uncirculated mint state condition typically sells for around $100. Silver-clad collector versions, proofs, or coins with unusual striking errors can fetch much more, with rare pieces reaching auction prices of $2,000 or even higher depending on their rarity and condition. Remember to comment below about your coins so we can provide insight into their value. Subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to help us continue sharing these fascinating stories with collectors like you. Top 3. The moment you pick up a 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin, you are holding more than just metal. You are holding a chapter of American history, a story of leadership, ambition, and innovation. The Eisenhower dollar, lovingly called the Ike dollar by collectors, was produced during a fascinating period in the United States, bridging the post-Vietnam era with the pride of space exploration. This coin is large, striking, and filled with subtle details that reward those who take the time to study it carefully. Today, we will explore the 1974 Eisenhower dollar in detail, uncover its rarities and errors, and show you why collectors around the world still seek these coins with a passion. Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man whose name is etched into the fabric of American history, was not only the supreme commander of Allied forces in Europe during World War II, but also the 34th President of the United States. By 1974, the nation had been minting Eisenhower dollars for a few years, but the appeal of this coin had not diminished. On the obverse, Eisenhower's dignified profile stares forward, a symbol of steadfast leadership. On the reverse, the coin features the famous Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch. This design represents both a tribute to a great leader and the incredible achievements of humanity reaching for the stars. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins bear no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S. Each mint had subtle differences in strike quality, planchet color, and sharpness of detail, which has become a treasure map for collectors seeking rare varieties. But what makes the 1974 Eisenhower dollar particularly intriguing is the number of errors and unusual variations that occurred during its production. These anomalies transform ordinary coins into prized collectibles. One of the most sought-after features among collectors is the presence of doubled dies. A doubled die occurs when the coin design is accidentally impressed twice in slightly different positions, creating ghost-like shadows on letters or numbers. In 1974 Eisenhower dollars, certain coins exhibit doubling on the date, on the word liberty, and sometimes on the motto "In God We Trust." These small imperfections may seem minor to an untrained eye, but they are incredibly important to collectors, as coins with well-defined doubling can command significant premiums in the market. Another area of interest is the composition and strike of the coin. While most 1974 Eisenhower dollars were struck on standard copper-nickel-clad planchets, San Francisco produced special collector versions on 40% silver. These silver-clad coins are particularly appealing because of their bright, almost luminescent surfaces, which reflect light beautifully and give the design incredible depth. Some of these silver coins display cameo effects or deep relief strikes, creating a visual contrast that collectors prize highly. Errors on these silver issues, such as weak strikes, off-center dies, or minor planchet flaws, can further increase their value. Planchet errors are another fascinating aspect. Occasionally, a coin intended to be copper-nickel ended up being struck on a silver planchet, or vice versa, producing an unexpected rarity. These wrong planchet coins are extremely scarce and are highly coveted in auctions. Even minor defects, such as clipped planchets, die cracks, or small spots of doubling, create unique specimens that stand out in any collection. Each error tells a story of a single moment in the mint's production line, captured forever in metal. Collectors also focus on the reverse of the coin, the iconic eagle landing on the moon. Among the 1974 Eisenhower dollars, there are subtle differences that can make a coin rare. Some early strikes show softer details, while others display sharper features known as the friendly eagle and harsh eagle varieties. Differences in the stars, the crater details, or the eagle's wing positioning can indicate a particular die pair, which collectors meticulously document and prize. These small variations may seem negligible at first, but for a collector, discovering them is like finding a hidden treasure. The edges of the coin also offer clues about its production and rarity. Most 1974 Eisenhower dollars have fully reeded edges, but coins with weak reeds, doubled rims, or slight misalignments can indicate unique striking conditions. These anomalies are subtle, yet they significantly affect the coin's value. A collector who examines a coin under proper lighting and magnification can uncover these hidden traits, transforming an ordinary dollar into a collectible gem. High-grade examples of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar are especially desirable. Coins that have survived decades without scratches, toning, or wear are much rarer than the millions that were circulated. Top-grade examples, particularly silver-clad proofs or rare error coins, are prized in collections and often feature prominently in auctions. These coins are not only valuable, they are conversation starters, museum-quality examples that preserve history in a tangible form. The beauty of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar lies not only in its design but also in the stories it tells. Perhaps it sat in a pocket for decades, was carried during important life events, or was preserved in a safe as part of a cherished collection. Every scratch, every toning mark, every subtle imperfection is a testament to its journey. This is why collectors continue to be captivated by the Ike dollar series. Each coin is a time capsule, a witness to American history and culture. For anyone new to numismatics, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is an ideal starting point. It is large enough to examine easily, abundant enough to locate, and nuanced enough to provide a lifetime of discovery. Whether you are inspecting for doubled dies, silver strikes, or planchet errors, this coin invites curiosity and rewards careful observation. Collectors are continually thrilled by the small details that can turn a common coin into a prized piece. As you hold a 1974 Eisenhower dollar in your hand, you might notice how the metallic surface catches the light, highlighting Eisenhower's profile on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. The coin's size, weight, and design make it satisfying to hold, while its historical context makes it meaningful. Each coin tells a story, and the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is a particularly captivating storyteller, bridging the gap between history, space exploration, and American pride. Collectors and enthusiasts alike are drawn to the rarities, errors, and beautiful silver strikes. A coin might feature doubling, a planchet error, a harsh eagle reverse, or subtle die cracks, all of which can dramatically increase its value. Even coins that seem ordinary can hold surprises, and discovering these features is part of the thrill that keeps collectors coming back year after year. You have a 1974 Eisenhower dollar. Examine it closely and share its details in the comments below. Tell us about its mint mark, condition, or any unusual features you see. By doing so, we can help you uncover its story, potential rarity, and market value. Your coins may be more special than you realize, and sharing them allows the community to celebrate and learn together. In terms of value, a standard 1974 Eisenhower dollar in mint state condition can fetch around $100 in today's market. Silver-clad proofs, coins with doubled dies, wrong planchet errors, or other unique anomalies can significantly exceed this, reaching auction prices of $2,000 or more depending on rarity and condition. Remember to comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, and like the video to support our exploration of these fascinating pieces of history. Top 4. Holding a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar in your hand is like holding a piece of American history. This coin represents more than just currency. It captures a moment in time when a nation remembered a beloved president and celebrated a legacy that continues to inspire. The Kennedy half-dollar, first minted in 1964 following the assassination of John F. Kennedy, quickly became a symbol of hope, pride, and remembrance. By 1972, the series had matured, and the coins produced that year hold subtle details and rare variations that make them highly sought after by collectors. Today, we will explore the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar in depth, revealing the rarities, errors, and fascinating nuances that can make a seemingly ordinary coin extraordinarily valuable. Listen carefully, because collectors and coin enthusiasts alike will find something intriguing in every detail. The obverse of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar features the iconic portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile exudes dignity and youthfulness, capturing the charisma and idealism that defined his presidency. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the presidential coat of arms, a heraldic eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by a circle of stars. Together, these designs create a coin that is instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic. For many collectors, the Kennedy half-dollar is not just a coin but a tribute to an era of American optimism and progress. 1972 Kennedy half-dollars were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia coins bear no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a D. While these differences might seem minor, collectors know that subtle variations in mint marks, strike quality, and planchet composition can significantly affect a coin's rarity and value. Coins from each mint may exhibit slight differences in the sharpness of the strike, the depth of details, and even the surface texture, which makes studying these coins both fascinating and rewarding. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is the occurrence of doubled dies. A doubled die happens when the coin's design is impressed twice in slightly different positions, creating ghost-like shadows on the lettering or numerals. In 1972 half-dollars, doubled dies can appear on the date, the word liberty, or the motto "In God We Trust." To the casual observer, these features may look like tiny imperfections, but to collectors, they transform a common coin into a valuable collectible. Coins with well-defined doubled dies in high grades can command significant premiums in the market, making them highly sought after. Collectors also pay close attention to the coin's composition and strike. While the 1972 half-dollars were produced on standard copper-nickel-clad planchets, some proof and special collector issues from San Francisco were made on silver-clad planchets. These silver-clad coins have a strikingly bright appearance, with mirror-like surfaces that contrast beautifully with frosted designs. Errors in these coins, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or weak strikes, create unique specimens that can dramatically increase their value. For collectors, discovering these anomalies is part of the thrill of building a Kennedy half-dollar collection. Planchet errors and striking mistakes are another area where collectors focus their attention. Occasionally, a coin intended to be copper-nickel was struck on a silver planchet, or vice versa, producing extremely rare wrong planchet coins. Other errors include clipped planchets, die cracks, and small planchet flaws that make each coin unique. Each anomaly represents a specific moment during the minting process, frozen in time, and adds character to the coin. Even minor imperfections can be the difference between an ordinary coin and a highly desirable collectible. The details on the reverse of the coin, especially the eagle, are another point of interest. Some 1972 Kennedy half-dollars show subtle differences in the eagle's feathers, the spacing of the stars, or the depth of the shield on its chest. Collectors meticulously study these variations, and even small differences can indicate a particular die pair, which can affect a coin's rarity and value. Coins with unusual die characteristics or slight design variations are particularly prized by specialists and can become the centerpiece of a collection. Edge details also contribute to a coin's uniqueness. Most Kennedy half-dollars have a fully reeded edge, but some coins display weak reeds, doubled edges, or slight misalignments that occurred during minting. These subtle differences may go unnoticed by casual collectors, but for specialists, they offer clues to the coin's origin, production history, and potential rarity. Coins with clear, well-preserved edge anomalies can be particularly valuable, especially when combined with other errors or unique strike characteristics. High-grade 1972 Kennedy half-dollars are especially desirable. Coins that have survived in uncirculated condition, free of scratches, wear, or discoloration, are much rarer than those that circulated. Top-grade coins, particularly silver-clad proofs or rare error coins, often achieve premium prices at auction. Collectors value these coins not only for their metal content but also for their historical significance and visual appeal. A well-preserved 1972 Kennedy half-dollar can become the highlight of any collection. The beauty of this coin lies in both its design and its history. Perhaps it was carried in someone's pocket for decades, tucked away in a drawer, or preserved as part of a family collection. Each mark, scratch, or toning pattern tells a story of its journey. For collectors, understanding these subtle details is as important as the coin's face value, turning each piece into a tangible connection with the past. A 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is more than currency, it is a storyteller, a witness to a nation's history. For anyone starting in coin collecting, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is an excellent choice. Its size makes it easy to examine, it is abundant enough to find without extreme difficulty, and it offers enough variations, errors, and rarities to engage a collector for years. Whether you are looking for doubled dies, silver-clad proofs, planchet errors, or subtle die variations, this coin has something to offer everyone. Each discovery adds excitement, knowledge, and value to a collection, keeping enthusiasts engaged and inspired. Imagine holding a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar under a good light. Eisenhower's, or rather Kennedy's, profile catches the reflection, and the reverse eagle seems to leap off the surface. The metallic surface, the design intricacy, and the historical significance combine to create a coin that is tactile, visually engaging, and historically meaningful. This coin offers not just the story of a president, but a story of American craftsmanship, minting innovation, and a collector's journey. Collectors continue to search for rarities within the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar series. Whether it's a doubled die, a rare silver strike, a wrong planchet, or a subtle die variation, each coin has the potential to hold more value than initially meets the eye. Even coins that seem ordinary may hide surprises that make them truly special. This is what keeps collectors exploring, studying, and sharing their discoveries. If you have a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar or any other coin, examine it closely and share its details in the comments below. Let us know the mint mark, condition, or any unusual features you notice. This helps us uncover its story, rarity, and potential market value. Your coins could be more remarkable than you realize, and by sharing them, you contribute to a community of collectors who appreciate history preserved in metal. And today's market, a standard 1972 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition typically sells for around $100. Silver-clad proofs, coins with doubled dies, wrong planchet errors, or other unique anomalies can significantly exceed this, with some rare specimens reaching auction prices of $1,000 or more depending on their rarity and condition. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our continued exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 5. Holding a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is like holding a living piece of American history. This coin carries not just its metal and design, but a story of a nation remembering a beloved president, celebrating progress, and connecting collectors to decades of history. The Kennedy half-dollar series was introduced in 1964 after the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy, and by 1973, it had already become a symbol of pride, remembrance, and artistry. But what makes the 1973 issue particularly fascinating are the subtle variations, rarities, and errors that make certain coins incredibly valuable. Today, we will dive deep into this coin, uncovering its secrets and showing why collectors and enthusiasts still seek it out with excitement and dedication. The obverse of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar features the iconic profile of President Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts. His youthful, dignified face seems to capture the optimism and charisma of an era, while the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displays the presidential coat of arms, a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by a circle of stars. This design symbolizes peace and strength, a duality that resonates with the story of Kennedy's leadership. For collectors, the design itself is captivating, but it is the subtle details, errors, and variations that make this coin truly exciting. In 1973, the Kennedy half dollars were minted at both Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D. While these mint marks may seem minor, collectors know that differences in die usage, striking quality, and planchet preparation between mints can create coins with unique characteristics and value. Some collectors spend hours studying subtle differences in the eagle's feathers, the spacing of letters, and the depth of the strike, and these small distinctions can make a coin far more collectible. One of the most sought-after features on the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is the doubled die. A doubled die occurs when the coin design is stamped twice in slightly offset positions, creating ghost-like shadows on letters or numbers. On the 1973 half dollars, collectors often look for doubling on the date, the word liberty, or the motto "In God We Trust." These errors are sometimes faint, almost invisible without magnification, but when present, they transform an ordinary coin into a treasure. Coins with clear doubling, especially in high grades, can command significant premiums in auctions and private sales. Silver-clad collector coins also hold special appeal. While most 1973 Kennedy half dollars were struck on copper-nickel-clad planchets, some special issues from San Francisco were struck on 40% silver. These coins have a bright, almost luminescent appearance, with mirror-like fields that contrast beautifully with frosted devices. Errors on these coins, such as weak strikes, off-center dies, or planchet flaws, can make them highly desirable. Even small anomalies can turn a coin from a standard collectible into an exceptional piece for display or investment. Planchet errors are another area of fascination for collectors. Occasionally, a coin meant to be struck on copper-nickel ends up on a silver planchet, creating a rare wrong planchet variety. Other errors include clipped planchets, die cracks, and minor surface defects that occurred during striking. Each error is a snapshot of the minting process, preserving a moment in time. Collectors treasure these anomalies because they make each coin unique and provide endless opportunities for discovery. The reverse of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar, showing the eagle, offers additional intrigue. Some coins feature subtle variations in the eagle's wing details, the spacing of stars, or the depth of the shield on the eagle's chest. Specialists meticulously track these differences, as certain die varieties are far rarer than others. These subtle variations, while easily overlooked by casual collectors, can dramatically influence a coin's value and collectability. Coins with unusual die characteristics often become the centerpiece of a collection. Even the edges of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar can reveal unique traits. Most coins have fully reeded edges, but some display weak reeds, doubled edges, or slight misalignments. While these differences may appear minor, they are highly prized by specialists who examine every aspect of a coin. Combined with other errors or variations, an unusual edge can elevate a coin from ordinary to exceptional in the eyes of collectors. High-grade examples of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar are particularly valuable. Coins that have survived decades without wear, scratches, or discoloration are much rarer than the millions that circulated. Top-grade specimens, especially silver-clad proofs or error coins, frequently achieve premium prices at auctions. Collectors value these coins not only for their metal content but also for the historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and the story each coin tells about the era in which it was minted. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is more than just a coin. Each one carries a story. Perhaps it was tucked away in a drawer, carried in a pocket for decades, or preserved as part of a family collection. Every mark, scratch, toning pattern, or minor defect speaks to its journey and the hands that held it. Collectors know that understanding these subtle details is as important as understanding a coin's face value, because the history and uniqueness of each specimen create its true worth. For new collectors, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is an excellent introduction to numismatics. Its size makes it easy to examine, it is common enough to find without difficulty, and it has enough subtle variations, errors, and rarities to keep collectors engaged for years. Whether hunting for doubled dies, silver strikes, planchet errors, or die varieties, each coin offers opportunities for discovery and excitement. Even coins that appear ordinary can harbor hidden surprises waiting to be uncovered. Holding a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar under good lighting, one can appreciate the craftsmanship and artistry. The profile of Kennedy seems to almost emerge from the coin, while the eagle on the reverse projects a sense of power and dignity. The metallic sheen, design intricacy, and historical significance create a tactile and visual experience that connects collectors to the era and the people who created it. This connection is what makes coin collecting more than a hobby. It is a way to preserve and experience history in a tangible form. Collectors are particularly drawn to rare varieties and errors in the 1973 series. Whether it is a double die, a silver-clad proof, a wrong planchet, or a subtle die variation, each coin has the potential to hold more value than first meets the eye. Even ordinary coins can surprise collectors with hidden features, and part of the thrill of collecting is the search for these unique specimens. This excitement keeps collectors engaged and fuels a lifelong passion for numismatics. If you own a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar or any other coin, examine it closely and share its details in the comments below. Let us know the mint mark, condition, or any unusual characteristics you notice. Sharing these details allows us to help identify its rarity, history, and potential market value. Your coins may be more remarkable than you realize, and by sharing them, you become part of a community that appreciates and studies history preserved in metal. In today's market, a standard 1973 Kennedy half-dollar in uncirculated condition generally sells for around $100. Silver-clad proofs, coins with double dies, wrong planchet errors, or other unique anomalies can exceed this significantly, with rare examples reaching auction prices of $1,000 or more depending on rarity and condition. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, and like the video to support our ongoing exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 6. Holding a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar in your hand is like holding a snapshot of modern American history. This coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but to the careful observer, it reveals a story of artistry, craftsmanship, and subtle surprises that make it a favorite among collectors. The Kennedy half-dollar series, introduced in 1964 to honor the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, has continued for decades, becoming a symbol of remembrance, pride, and dedication to American coinage. By the year 2000, the series had developed into a collector's treasure trove, with certain issues featuring unique characteristics, errors, and rarities that make them more valuable than their face value. Today, we are going to explore the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar in depth, uncovering its rarities, errors, and the reasons collectors hold it in such high regard. The obverse of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar features the familiar profile of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile is dignified and youthful, reflecting the energy and charisma that made him one of the most beloved presidents in American history. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, the presidential coat of arms is depicted with an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by stars. This design symbolizes the nation's strength and commitment to peace, and for collectors, every detail is carefully examined, from the eagle's feathers to the sharpness of the lettering. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollars were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins feature a D. While this may seem like a minor distinction, collectors know that coins from different mints can have subtle differences in strike quality, metal finish, and die characteristics. These small variations are often the key to identifying rarities and can make a coin far more valuable in the collector market. Even slight differences in design sharpness or the positioning of letters can turn an ordinary coin into a collectible gem. One of the most fascinating features collectors look for in 2000 Kennedy half-dollars is the double die. A double die occurs when the coin design is stamped twice in slightly different positions, creating ghost-like shadows on letters or numerals. In the 2000 issue, collectors examine the date, the word Liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust" for signs of doubling. While subtle, these double dies are highly prized because they are relatively rare and can command higher prices when found in high-grade condition. Strike and finish are also important factors for collectors. While the standard 2000 Kennedy half-dollar was struck on copper-nickel-clad planchets for circulation, the San Francisco Mint produced special silver-clad proof versions for collectors. These coins have a bright, almost mirror-like finish, with frosted devices that contrast beautifully with the polished background. Errors on these coins, such as weak strikes, planchet flaws, or small surface imperfections, can create exceptionally rare examples that are highly sought after by numismatists. Even small anomalies can elevate a coin's value considerably. Planchet errors are another fascinating aspect of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar. Occasionally, a coin intended for copper-nickel production may end up struck on a silver planchet, producing a rare and unexpected wrong planchet variety. Other errors include clipped planchets, die cracks, and minor imperfections on the surface, all of which contribute to the coin's uniqueness. These anomalies are highly prized because they provide a tangible connection to the minting process, offering collectors a glimpse behind the scenes of how coins are made. Collectors also study the reverse of the coin in detail. The eagle, the shield, and the surrounding stars are examined for variations in design, depth, and sharpness. Some coins show subtle differences in the spacing of stars, the depth of the shield, or the details in the eagle's feathers. These minor variations are meticulously catalogued by collectors and can significantly influence a coin's value. Coins with unusual die characteristics, misalignments, or other subtle variations are often the most sought after by advanced collectors. Edge details on the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar also provide clues about its production. Most coins have fully reeded edges, but some may display weak reeds, doubling, or slight misalignments caused during minting. These small differences, while easy to overlook, can add to a coin's rarity and value. Collectors often study the edges carefully, because when combined with other anomalies, they can help identify a coin as a special or rare variety. High-grade examples of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar are particularly valuable. Coins that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition without scratches, toning, or wear are rare, especially in silver-clad proof versions. Top-grade coins are highly sought after by collectors for their aesthetic appeal and historical significance. Some coins may even exhibit exceptionally sharp strikes and flawless surfaces, which can make them the centerpiece of a collection or a highlight in an auction. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a coin. It's a story of American history preserved in metal. Perhaps it was carried for decades in a pocket, saved as a gift, or carefully stored in a collection. Every mark, scratch, or toning pattern tells a story of its journey, and collectors value these stories as much as the coin's design. Even coins that appear ordinary may hide unique features or errors that make them incredibly special. For new collectors, the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar is an excellent starting point. Its size makes it easy to examine, it is widely available, yet its subtle variations, errors, and silver-clad proofs provide endless opportunities for discovery. Whether you are searching for double dies, planchet errors, or proof varieties, this coin offers excitement and educational value, rewarding collectors for careful observation and study. Each discovery adds to a coin's story and value, making collecting both challenging and thrilling. Holding a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar under good lighting allows one to appreciate its craftsmanship and design. Kennedy's profile seems almost three-dimensional, while the eagle on the reverse projects power and dignity. The combination of metallic sheen, intricate design, and historical significance creates a coin that is both visually appealing and deeply meaningful. For collectors, this connection to history and artistry is what makes the Kennedy half-dollar series so enduringly popular. Collectors remain fascinated by rarities and errors in the 2000 series. Whether it's a double die, a silver-clad proof, a wrong planchet variety, or a subtle die misalignment, each coin has the potential to be more valuable than it first appears. Even coins that seem ordinary can surprise collectors, and the thrill of discovery is a big part of why this coin remains so popular decades after it was minted. You have a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar or any other coin. Take a close look and share its details in the comments below. Tell us about its mint mark, condition, or any unusual features. By sharing, you give us the opportunity to help identify its rarity, history, and market value. Your coins may be more special than you think, and sharing them allows the collector community to learn, explore, and celebrate history together. In today's market, a standard 2000 Kennedy half dollar in uncirculated condition generally sells for around $25. Silver-clad proof versions, coins with double dies, wrong planchet errors, or other rare anomalies can sell for $100 or more, with particularly rare examples reaching auction prices of $500 depending on their condition and rarity. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our continued exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 7. Holding a 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar in your hand is like holding a piece of American heritage and artistry fused into one remarkable coin. This coin is more than currency, it is a celebration of exploration, courage, and the enduring story of one of America's most iconic figures, Sacagawea. First issued in 2000, the Sacagawea dollar was created to honor the Shoshone woman who guided the Lewis and Clark expedition across uncharted territories, helping to map a nation and build bridges between cultures. But the 2000D issue is particularly fascinating for collectors, featuring subtle variations, striking quality, and potential errors that make certain coins extremely valuable. Today, we will dive deep into this coin, uncovering its rarities, errors, and the reasons why collectors treasure it so much. The obverse of the 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar features the elegant and detailed portrait of Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. Designed by Glenna Goodacker, the image is graceful, strong, and iconic, capturing Sacagawea's courage and determination during one of the most critical periods in American history. Every detail, from the flowing lines of her hair and clothing to the tiny features of her child, has been rendered with precision and care. On the reverse, the coin depicts a soaring eagle, symbolizing freedom, strength, and vision. The combination of design and symbolism makes this coin visually striking and historically significant. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. While this might seem like a small detail, collectors know that mint marks, die variations, and striking quality can make a huge difference in a coin's rarity and value. The 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar was produced in large numbers for circulation, yet careful examination often reveals subtle differences in strike quality, planchet finish, and minor anomalies that make individual coins unique. One of the most interesting features collectors look for in the 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar is the presence of doubled dies. A doubled die occurs when the coin's design is impressed twice in slightly different positions, creating ghost-like shadows on letters, numbers, or design elements. In this coin, doubling can appear on the date, the word liberty, or the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum." Though subtle, coins with visible doubling are highly prized, as they are relatively rare and often command premium prices when offered for sale or auction. Strike quality and planchet condition are also essential factors in determining the value of this coin. While most 2000D Sacagawea gold dollars were struck on standard golden-colored manganese brass planchets, some variations display sharper strikes, fuller details, or unexpected features caused by planchet preparation or minting anomalies. Certain coins have cameo effects or exceptionally smooth surfaces, making them especially desirable for collectors who value aesthetics and condition above all else. Planchet errors add another layer of intrigue to this coin. Occasionally, a coin intended for regular production may end up with a small clipping, slight lamination, or off-center strike. These errors, while minor in appearance, create extremely rare varieties that can make a standard coin suddenly highly collectible. Even subtle defects in the planchet can increase the market value of a coin, as each represents a moment in minting history that is impossible to replicate. Collectors also study the reverse of the 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar closely. The soaring eagle's feathers, wingspan, and positioning are examined for variations in strike depth and detail. Some coins show sharper wing lines, while others have softer relief. These minor differences, combined with planchet quality, strike variation, and die characteristics, often determine the coin's desirability and rarity. In many cases, coins that appear ordinary at first glance may reveal unique features under magnification, making each coin a little treasure waiting to be discovered. Edge details are another point of interest. The 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar has smooth edges, but some coins exhibit subtle anomalies such as faint reading impressions or small variations caused by striking pressure. These differences, while easy to miss, can add to a coin's uniqueness and appeal, especially when combined with other rarities or errors. High-grade examples of the 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar are particularly valuable. Coins that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, free from scratches, toning, or wear, are far rarer than the millions that entered circulation. Proof versions or coins with exceptional surface quality and sharp strikes can command substantial premiums among collectors. Some rare error coins or varieties have appeared in auctions for prices well above typical market rates, proving that even a seemingly recent coin can hold tremendous value. The story of this coin is not only in its design but also in its journey. Perhaps it sat in a pocket, a drawer, or a collection for decades, silently preserving its details and history. Each mark, small imperfection, or toning pattern tells a story of its passage through time. Collectors value these aspects because they reflect the life of the coin, the hands that held it, and the era it represents. This is why the Sacagawea gold dollar, especially the 2000D, continues to captivate both new collectors and seasoned numismatists alike. For anyone beginning a coin collection, the 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar is a perfect starting point. Its size makes it easy to study, the design is visually appealing, and its historical significance adds depth to any collection. Even coins that appear ordinary may contain subtle errors or variations that can become exciting discoveries for a careful collector. Whether hunting for double dies, planchet anomalies, or proof quality surfaces, each coin offers the chance to learn, explore, and enjoy the process of numismatics. Holding a 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar, one can admire the artistry and attention to detail. Sacagawea's portrait seems almost lifelike, and the eagle on the reverse radiates motion and grace. The coin's golden sheen, smooth surfaces, and intricate design combine to create a piece that is both visually stunning and historically meaningful. Collectors appreciate these qualities because they connect them to American history, craftsmanship, and the narrative of exploration and courage that Sacagawea embodies. Collectors remain fascinated by rarities and subtle variations within the 2000D Sacagawea series. Whether it is a doubled die, planchet error, proof quality surface, or unusual striking anomaly, each coin has the potential to be worth more than it first appears. Even coins that look ordinary may harbor hidden features that make them highly desirable. The thrill of discovery is part of what keeps collectors engaged and passionate about building a comprehensive and meaningful collection. If you have a 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar, take a careful look at its mint mark, strike, and surface condition, and share its details in the comments below. By doing so, you help uncover its story, potential rarity, and value. Sharing these details allows the collector community to learn, celebrate, and preserve the legacy of these remarkable coins. Your coin may be more special than you realize, and sharing it ensures it can be properly appreciated and evaluated. In today's market, a standard 2000D Sacagawea gold dollar generally sells for around $40 in typical circulated condition. Coins with special striking anomalies, double dies, proof quality surfaces, or planchet errors can significantly exceed this, sometimes reaching auction prices of $200 or more depending on rarity and condition. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our ongoing exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 8. Holding a James Madison gold $1 coin from 1809 to 1817 is like holding a tangible piece of early American history. This coin represents not only the craftsmanship and artistry of the United States Mint in its formative years but also the legacy of a founding father and the fourth President of the United States, James Madison. As you look at this coin, you are not just observing metal and engraving, you are connecting to a period of political innovation, national growth, and the establishment of traditions that continue to shape America today. For collectors, the Madison gold dollar is a treasure that combines historical significance, rarity, and artistry, and in today's video, we will explore this remarkable coin in detail, highlighting what makes it so special, rare, and desirable. The obverse of the James Madison gold dollar features a finely detailed portrait of Madison himself, designed to convey both dignity and intellect. His features, carefully engraved, show a leader committed to principles and the shaping of a young nation. The subtle expressions, the folds in his clothing, and the intricate design all speak to the artistry of early 19th century coinage. On the reverse, a simple but elegant wreath or design element symbolizes prosperity and unity, a reflection of the values of the young republic. Collectors are drawn not just to the coin's aesthetic beauty but to its representation of a critical period in American history, where each coin was more than money, it was a statement of nationhood. The James Madison gold dollar is particularly significant for collectors because of its age and rarity. Coins from 1809 to 1817 are over 2 centuries old, and surviving examples are few. Many were melted down over the years or lost to circulation, making each remaining specimen precious. Collectors often seek coins with minimal wear, clear details, and original surfaces, as these characteristics significantly enhance both historical and monetary value. Even small imperfections or evidence of circulation add a story to each coin, creating a connection between the past and present for anyone who holds it. Minting errors and die variations further contribute to the allure of the James Madison gold dollar. Early American minting technology was not as standardized as it is today, and coins from this period often exhibit unique anomalies. These include doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. Each error is a snapshot of the minting process, a tangible trace of the hands and machinery that produced the coin more than 200 years ago. For collectors, these anomalies do not detract from the coin's value. In many cases, they enhance it, turning an ordinary coin into a rare collectible with historical intrigue. The coin's edge is another fascinating area of study. Some James Madison gold dollars have reeded edges, while others display subtle variations in thickness, misalignment, or slight irregularities caused by the minting process. Every nuance in the edge can provide clues about the coin's origin, die, and production method. Collectors appreciate these details because they reveal insights into early minting techniques and make each coin unique, even among coins of the same year. High-grade examples of the James Madison gold dollar are particularly prized. Coins that retain crisp details, smooth surfaces, and minimal wear are extremely rare, given their age and the passage of time. Specimens that were preserved in collections rather than circulated widely often command the highest premiums, especially when authenticated by professional grading services. These coins are not just collectibles, they are investments, pieces of history, and objects of aesthetic admiration all at once. Another factor that makes this coin fascinating is the historical context of its production. James Madison served as president from 1809 to 1817, a period that included the War of 1812, the drafting of important legislation, and the strengthening of the young republic. Each coin minted during his presidency carries a story, connecting collectors to pivotal moments in American history. This narrative dimension adds intangible value, making the Madison gold dollar a highly desirable piece for those who value both history and numismatics. Collectors often focus on specific features that distinguish one Madison gold dollar from another. Minor differences in die work, letter spacing, portrait alignment, and design details can signify unique varieties or rare die states. For example, subtle differences in the wreath design or the engraving of Madison's profile can indicate a specific die pairing, which may be more valuable than others. These details require careful study and magnification, but for serious collectors, they are essential to understanding the coin's full value. Planchet and striking anomalies are additional points of interest. Occasionally, early gold coins were struck on slightly irregular planchets, producing minor off-center strikes or variations in metal flow. These errors are highly collectible because they represent authentic moments in early minting, capturing the hands-on process that produced each coin. Coins with multiple anomalies, especially when combined with high-grade preservation, can become centerpiece specimens for a collection, offering both historical significance and visual appeal. The James Madison gold dollar also connects collectors to the broader story of American coinage. It was part of a series that reflected the nation's transition from small, localized minting operations to a standardized national currency system. Each surviving coin is a reminder of the technical challenges, artistic achievements, and economic realities of early 19th century America. Collectors value these coins not only for their gold content but also for the stories they embody, from the hands that struck them to the people who used them in commerce. Even the surface characteristics of a Madison gold dollar are of interest. Toning, patina, and subtle color variations develop naturally over time, giving each coin a unique appearance. These features are not considered flaws, rather, they are part of the coin's character, telling a visual story of its journey through centuries. Collectors often seek coins with attractive toning or minimal surface blemishes, as these qualities enhance both aesthetic and market value. For collectors, the excitement of owning a James Madison gold dollar lies in the thrill of discovery. Every coin offers the possibility of uncovering unique traits, rare die varieties, or subtle minting errors. Even experienced numismatists can be surprised by the differences that emerge upon careful examination, making each coin a potential source of fascination and value. If you own a James Madison gold dollar from 1809 to 1817, examine it carefully and share its details in the comments below. Provide information on its condition, any visible anomalies, or distinctive features. Doing so allows us to help identify its rarity, historical context, and market value. Sharing your coin contributes to a community of collectors dedicated to preserving and appreciating the rich history of early American coinage. In today's market, a James Madison gold $1 coin generally sells for around $30,000 in typical circulated condition. High-grade examples, coins with rare die varieties, or examples with striking anomalies can command auction prices of up to $50,000 or more, depending on condition and rarity. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our ongoing exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 9. Holding a William Henry Harrison gold $1 coin from 1841 is like holding a tangible piece of American history, a coin that connects us directly to the brief but remarkable presidency of the 9th President of the United States. Despite Harrison's tenure being the shortest in U.S. history, his gold dollar coin remains a symbol of early American craftsmanship, numismatic artistry, and the historical significance of the young nation. This coin is far more than currency, it is a collector's treasure, a slice of history, and a testament to the artistry of the United States Mint in the early 19th century. For collectors, the 1841 Harrison gold dollar is a must-study coin, offering a combination of rarity, historical relevance, and potential errors that make it one of the most fascinating coins to examine. The obverse of the coin features a finely detailed portrait of President William Henry Harrison, carefully engraved to convey the dignity, intelligence, and presidential presence of one of the nation's early leaders. The facial features, hair, and clothing folds were meticulously struck, reflecting the mint's emphasis on artistry and precision. On the reverse, the coin typically features an elegant wreath surrounding the denomination, symbolizing prosperity, stability, and the ideals of a growing nation. Every element, from the laurel leaves to the lettering, is a window into the early 1840s minting process, when coins were handcrafted with care and attention that modern mass production rarely matches. Collectors are drawn to this coin for its rarity and historical context. William Henry Harrison served as president for only a little over a month, passing away in April 1841, and coins from this period are scarce. Many were melted down over the years or lost to circulation, making surviving specimens highly valuable. The 1841 gold dollar is not just a coin, it is a relic, connecting collectors to an era of early American governance, political evolution, and the formation of a national identity. Every surviving coin carries with it the story of a young country striving to assert itself on the global stage. The minting process in 1841 was complex, and variations and errors were common, making the Harrison gold dollar particularly intriguing for collectors. Early coins sometimes exhibit die cracks, doubling, or misalignments caused by the manual striking process. A doubled die occurs when the design is stamped twice in slightly different positions, creating ghost-like shadows on the date, letters, or other design features. These doubled dies are rare, and coins displaying them are highly sought after because they provide a glimpse into the minting process and often command higher prices at auction. Planchet and striking anomalies add even more value and intrigue. In the 1841 Harrison gold dollar, collectors occasionally find off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or slight irregularities in the metal. These features, while technically errors, are prized because they are unique, unrepeatable, and offer a tangible connection to the mint's operations nearly 2 centuries ago. Even subtle variations in the strike depth, the alignment of the wreath, or the portrait's detail can transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible with historical and monetary significance. Edge details are another important aspect for collectors. The 1841 Harrison gold dollar generally features a reeded edge, but careful examination often reveals subtle inconsistencies, such as faint or misaligned reeds, minor variations in thickness, or other irregularities caused during the minting process. These small details are significant to advanced collectors, as they help differentiate between varieties and identify unique specimens that are rarer than others. Even tiny differences in the edge can elevate a coin's appeal and value. High-grade examples of the 1841 Harrison gold dollar are particularly prized. Coins that have survived over 180 years without significant wear, scratches, or surface damage are rare. These specimens, especially those with original luster and sharp detail, are highly sought after by collectors and can serve as centerpiece coins in a collection. The historical context combined with pristine condition makes these coins not only valuable but also visually stunning, a blend of artistry, history, and rarity. The story of the 1841 Harrison gold dollar is also embedded in its historical context. Harrison's presidency was marked by his untimely death after only 31 days in office, which makes any artifact associated with him extraordinarily significant. Collectors treasure these coins because they are not just currency, they are relics of a brief but pivotal moment in U.S. history, reminding us of the fragility and unpredictability of early American politics. Every surviving coin is a testament to the era, preserving the legacy of a president who, despite his short time in office, left a lasting impact on American numismatics. For collectors, examining the details of the Harrison gold dollar is both exciting and educational. The portrait, wreath, lettering, and surface characteristics all offer insights into the minting practices of the 1840s. Subtle differences in die alignment, spacing, and relief can indicate specific varieties or rare die states. Observing these features carefully allows collectors to identify unique coins that may be far more valuable than their face value, highlighting the thrill of discovery inherent in coin collecting. Surface characteristics are also essential for determining the coin's appeal and value. Over nearly 2 centuries, a coin's surface may develop toning, patina, or subtle color variations, each telling a story of its passage through time. Collectors often seek coins with attractive toning or minimal surface blemishes, as these traits enhance the coin's aesthetic and historical value. The way light reflects on a Harrison gold dollar, revealing details in the portrait or wreath, can make a coin mesmerizing and historically evocative. Collectors also look for rare anomalies in the 1841 Harrison gold dollar, such as die cracks, misalignments, or unusually strong or weak strikes. These features, while minor in production terms, can significantly impact the coin's rarity and value. Coins with multiple anomalies are considered extremely rare, offering both historical intrigue and investment potential. The rarity combined with the historical importance of Harrison's presidency ensures that these coins remain a highlight for collectors of early American gold coinage. The 1841 Harrison gold dollar connects collectors to the broader narrative of early American coinage. It was produced during a period when the United States was still refining its national currency system, and each coin represents the technical challenges, artistic achievements, and economic realities of the early 19th century. Owning such a coin is like holding a piece of living history, a direct connection to the people, technology, and events that shaped a nation. For collectors, the excitement of discovering unique features, rarities, and errors in the Harrison gold dollar is unmatched. Even experienced numismatists can be surprised by subtle differences in strike, die, or surface. Each coin offers a story, an opportunity to learn, and a chance to own a piece of history that is more than 180 years old. The thrill of discovery and the historical context combine to make this coin an irresistible collectible. You own an 1841 William Henry Harrison gold dollar. Take the time to examine its details and share them in the comments below. Information about mint marks, strike quality, surface condition, and any anomalies will help identify the coin's rarity and value. Sharing your coin allows the collector community to explore, celebrate, and preserve these remarkable pieces of American history. Your coin may hold surprises and potential value you had not realized, and contributing to the community helps everyone appreciate the depth and richness of early U.S. coinage. In today's market, a William Henry Harrison 1841 gold $1 coin generally sells for around $40,000 in typical circulated condition. Coins with exceptional preservation, rare die varieties, or notable minting errors can command auction prices of up to $70,000 or more, depending on their condition and rarity. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our continued exploration of these fascinating pieces of American history. Top 10. Holding a Zachary Taylor gold $1 coin from 1849 to 1850 is like holding a piece of history that transcends time. This coin represents not only the legacy of the 12th President of the United States but also a period in early American coinage where craftsmanship, artistry, and national identity were tightly intertwined. Zachary Taylor's presidency was brief yet significant, and the gold dollar minted in his era stands as a symbol of the nation's respect for leadership, the evolution of American currency, and the artistry of the U.S. Mint. For collectors, this coin is more than just a monetary artifact, it is a story frozen in gold, a tangible connection to the 19th century, and an essential piece of any historical or numismatic collection. The obverse of the Zachary Taylor gold dollar features a dignified portrait of Taylor, engraved with remarkable detail. Every feature, from the strong jawline to the thoughtful expression and the carefully rendered hair, is designed to convey the presence and authority of a commander and national leader. The reverse of the coin carries an intricate wreath surrounding the denomination, symbolizing unity, prosperity, and national pride. This simple yet elegant design captures the essence of early American coinage, where symbolism and artistry were paramount, and every line and detail reflected both skill and intention. Collectors value the 1849 to 1850 Zachary Taylor gold dollar for its rarity. The coin was minted during a period when circulation numbers were limited, and many coins were later melted or lost. Surviving examples are few, and those in high-grade condition are exceedingly rare. The scarcity alone elevates the coin's desirability among collectors who understand that each piece is a remnant of a formative period in the United States monetary and political history. Even coins showing slight wear carry immense historical significance, telling the story of their journey through the hands of Americans over more than 170 years. Minting errors and die variations are particularly fascinating for collectors of the Zachary Taylor gold dollar. Early U.S. coins were struck using methods that sometimes introduced minor anomalies. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet imperfections are among the errors that can appear on this coin. A doubled die, for instance, produces ghost-like shadows on lettering, the date, or design features, and coins exhibiting such errors are often far more valuable than standard examples. Each of these anomalies provides a glimpse into the minting process of the 19th century, highlighting the human and mechanical factors involved in coin production. Planchet and striking anomalies are another layer of intrigue. Occasionally, coins were struck on slightly irregular planchets, leading to off-center strikes, clipped edges, or uneven metal flow. These imperfections, while considered errors, are prized by collectors because they create unique coins that cannot be reproduced. Even subtle variations in strike depth or the alignment of the portrait and wreath can make a coin stand out in a collection. Collectors often spend hours examining these features under magnification, searching for the telltale signs that differentiate a rare specimen from a common one. Edge of the Zachary Taylor gold dollar is equally significant. Early gold coins generally feature reeded edges, but variations in thickness, alignment, or minor irregularities can be observed. These subtle details are important because they can indicate a unique die or striking variation, adding both historical interest and potential monetary value. Collectors appreciate the edge as much as the face and reverse, knowing that even the smallest features contribute to a coin's story and rarity. High-grade examples of the Zachary Taylor gold dollar are exceptionally valuable. Coins that have survived in near-pristine condition, with sharp details and original surfaces, are incredibly rare given their age and the period in which they were minted. Proof quality examples or coins that display minimal circulation are particularly prized by advanced collectors. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and preservation makes these coins centerpiece items in any serious collection. Historical context adds another layer of fascination to this coin. Zachary Taylor, a celebrated military hero before becoming president, served during a tumultuous time in U.S. history. His short presidency was marked by national debate and challenges, and his untimely death after only 16 months in office makes any artifact associated with him particularly meaningful. The gold dollar minted during his era connects collectors directly to this historical narrative, offering not just numismatic interest but a tangible link to the nation's past. Collectors often focus on the coin's design details to identify rarities. Variations in die alignment, spacing of letters, depth of strike, and the rendering of the wreath or portrait can indicate a specific variety that may be rare or highly sought after. Minute differences in the coin's features can make a significant difference in value, and experienced collectors spend considerable time studying each coin under magnification to uncover these details. The thrill of discovery, finding a subtle anomaly or rare die state, is part of what makes collecting coins like the Zachary Taylor gold dollar so rewarding. Surface characteristics are also crucial. Over time, gold coins can develop toning, patina, or subtle coloration that adds to their uniqueness. Collectors often seek coins with attractive surfaces that highlight design elements and enhance the visual appeal of the coin. Even slight imperfections or natural toning contribute to a coin's character, telling the story of its journey through time and adding depth to its historical narrative. The excitement of owning a Zachary Taylor gold dollar also comes from its investment potential. Coins with rare errors, high-grade preservation, or historical significance often command substantial premiums at auction. Even small die variations or striking anomalies can elevate a coin's market value considerably. Collectors and investors alike recognize that these coins are more than just artifacts, they are pieces of history with intrinsic value and lasting appeal. Every 1849 to 1850 Zachary Taylor gold dollar carries a story. From the moment it was minted at the United States Mint, through its circulation, potential loss or melting, and eventual rediscovery, each coin embodies history. Collectors treasure these coins not only for their gold content but also for the narrative they carry, a story of leadership, craftsmanship, and the early American Republic. Observing these coins, noting their features, and studying their anomalies allows collectors to connect with history in a deeply personal and tangible way. If you own a Zachary Taylor gold dollar from 1849 to 1850, examine its details carefully and share information in the comments below. Observations about strike quality, surface condition, die variations, or minting anomalies help identify a coin's rarity and potential value. Sharing these details allows collectors to preserve history, celebrate rare finds, and appreciate the remarkable craftsmanship of early American coins. Your coin may hold surprises, from rare errors to exceptional preservation, making it a prized addition to any collection. In today's market, a standard Zachary Taylor gold $1 coin generally sells for around $35,000 in circulated condition. High-grade examples, coins with rare die varieties, or specimens exhibiting notable striking anomalies can command auction prices of up to $60,000 or more depending on condition and rarity. Comment about your coins so we can help identify their value, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video to support our exploration and celebration of these fascinating pieces of American history.